Hi guys, it's Samantha. So this is an intermediate speaking class, and we're going to have a conversation and a little bit of a debate about gun control. Hello. What, are you okay?
I'm exhausted.
Tired? Why don't you go get some rest?
I need new words.
You need new words?
Yeah.
I don't know how many words you'll learn in this class. It's more of a conversation, not really vocabulary. But you might learn.
Generally idioms.
Hello. Hi everybody.
Hi. Hello, Samantha.
Hello. Are we full? 1, 2. Yes.
Hello.
Hi. How is everyone? Hi.
Not nice.
Good.
Fine.
Good. Nice to see you guys. I think I see a bunch of faces that new faces, people I haven't met yet. So I'd like to just take a quick minute to introduce ourselves. Sorry if you took my classes earlier and you've already introduced yourself once today. But I'm Samantha. I'm from Canada. I think this is maybe my 10th class on Verblink, so I haven't met a lot of you guys. I live in France right now, and yeah, I'm here because I want to help you learn English, and I like teaching. Okay. Firkin, if you're bored of introducing yourself, you can make up an alter ego and just, you know, just be creative. Hey, Servat.
Hey, Samantha.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. Do you feel like introducing yourself or making up an alter ego?
No.
Okay. How about Vadim?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine. You know that country?
Yes, I do. Alter
Okay,
ego
I'll
means
What?
like an alternate personality.
Okay.
Yeah. And have you taken lots of classes on Verbling? Vadim?
Well, couple of them. In my opinion, third class, if I'm not mistaken, because sometimes I'm busy, sometimes internet connection really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not interesting, maybe for internet connection really bad.
Oh, there's an echo, so just make sure that the only window you have open is the Hangout, and that should eliminate the echo. There's an echo, so just make sure that it's coming from you, Vadim. So just exit everything except the Hangout. Oh, Servet, you do want to introduce yourself?
Yes.
I thought you were like, no, I don't want to. I was like, oh, okay.
No, you said, will you make up? I said, no, I won't make up.
Everything except.
Okay.
So Vadim, or do you have any headphones? Because it's echoing, so I can hear the recording. Usually that happens when you're still on the Verbling website. Okay, Servet, go ahead. We're listening.
Okay,
We're ready.
I'm Servet. I am from Turkey. I'm 24 years old, and I'm learning English for my career. I have some goals, but they are secret.
Oh.
Actually, they are not secret, but they are too long.
Okay.
We don't have time today. And interesting thing, maybe I like climbing. I did for a while climbing. It was adrenaline field sports. Just interesting. I like this type of things.
Rock climbing?
Yep.
Oh, cool. I'm a little bit afraid of heights.
Oh.
As in, I'm very afraid of heights. So I probably wouldn't be able to go rock climbing. I'd freak out. Okay, cool. Hi, Imad.
Yeah, hi. How are you, Samantha?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, thanks you.
What should I say also?
I don't know.
The
Where are
effect?
you from? Something about yourself. Whatever you feel like telling us.
Well, no, I feel interesting because I had till now 3 classes, but I don't feel that kind of progress because I'm not working myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope the next days I'll work on my language, I work on my accent. I hope to be better. I hope.
Just lots of practice.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. Cool. Hi, Fran.
Hi,
Where are you from?
I am from Spain.
Whereabouts in Spain?
Sorry?
Where in Spain?
The south, city called Malaga.
Cool. And why are you here?
Well, I'm studying English, and in fact, I'm doing my first certificate exam in the next month. So I'm trying to improve my English.
Cool. All right. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And hi, Gabriel.
Hi, Samantha. Nice to see you.
You too.
I'm Gabriel from Colombia. I'm 22 years old, and I'm glad to be in this class because I like debate, and I think this is a really interesting subject.
Yes, it should get interesting, I think, today. It's a little bit of a controversial subject. It's a very controversial subject. So if it starts to get out of hand, I'm just going to be like, okay, just take it down. But
Okay.
it should be okay. You don't think so, Frickin? I don't know. Some people are pretty opinionated about it. I guess we'll see how it goes. We'll see what type of personalities we have in here. Hi, Gassan.
Hey, my name is Ghassan. I'm from Iraq, Baghdad, and I'm interested at interesting topics like the one you choose for us today.
Cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hi, Gustavo.
Hi, Samantha. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm from Colombia. I like this kind of classes because I trying to improve my speaking, and that's why I am here.
Cool. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Hi, Firkin.
Hi.
Would you like to introduce yourself or your alter ego?
Alter ego.
Okay.
I'm an eccentric people who lives in Mexico, originally from Finland, and I'm looking for a job from Yellow Page. If you wanna hire me, can hire me. I'm a very good worker.
What is this? Is this an advertisement? If anybody out there is watching, Firkin needs a job, he says. Okay. Hi, Rose.
Hi, Samantha.
It's Rose. You go by Rose?
Hello.
Hi. That's my middle name. Cool. We have the same name.
Hi, Samantha. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. And where are you from?
I'm Rose. I'm from Iraq, Baghdad. And it's my first time here. It's my first class with you.
Great. Well,
Yeah,
nice to
I'm
meet
here.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, so there is a handout uploaded to Google Drive, and I'll give you the link for it. It's just kind of a guideline for the class for today. So we might end up doing a little bit of reading towards the end if we need something to prompt our discussion, but maybe not. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Somebody says they want to talk. Usually most people are against a gun. Really? You think so?
Ask the people.
Okay, so first question. What does the right to bear arms mean? I'll type the question in the chat. What does the right to bear arms mean?
Right to carry the guns.
Right. So to have the right to carry a gun.
To bear is to carry?
To carry, to have a gun, to own a gun.
Bear arms.
is the right to bear arms. Next question.
Contract.
Is it legal to carry a handgun where you live? What are the gun laws like where you live? Is it legal to have your own gun?
Yes, legal, but you have to pass a few kind of tests, like psychology tests. And especially if you don't need it really, they don't give you the gun. For example, if you're a lawyer, they give you, if you are like selling lots of like gold, like lots of valuable things, they may give you a gun to protect your store, because this type of clothes may draw attentions thieves, and they look at your maybe history, like do you have any, did you stay in prison or something?
So the government decides, they look at your history, and then you get
I think if you are government, a few places that belong to government, like police officers, you have to go lots of places. They have to approve your like papers.
Mhm.
You have to, like I say, psychology tests.
Yeah.
Different type of tests, and if they see you are psychologically good, and if you really need this, they give you.
Okay, so you have to get like a permit
Yes.
or a
I think there are two,
gun license.
and I think there are two types of license. One type of that are a license that let you keep gun at your home, and another type with yourself.
So there's like a personal gun license, and then what about hunting?
Hunting, yes, I think they have.
In Canada, there's different types of gun licenses. Like you need a gun license to hunt and things like that.
Yes. Yes, and I don't have any information, but I think we have that type of guns license also.
What about you, Vadim? What are the gun laws like in your country?
Well, we have several laws forbidden carrying handgun, a different kind of rifle, I don't know, automatic weapon, and so on. Yes, about hunting, yes, we have same license in our country which allow it us to buy, to carry, to bear different kind of hunting weapon, like rifles, like yes, maybe rifles at all. Just
so there's the same thing, like a license that you have to get. Is it easy to get the license, or do you have to go through a lot of tests?
well, I don't know about getting some kind of license like this one, really, because I'm not hunter. I'm I can't kill animals and so on. Maybe just about ducks or different kind of birds, yes. But bear or deer or I don't know, fox, it's really hardest for me.
Okay.
To kill that animals. Sorry. But yes, I know about getting that permission, about that license. Yes, you, of course, you should take some kind of doctor document, I mean medical documents from special clinics maybe, and go to local police for getting that permission. Yes, I know about it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of.
But not your thing, right?
Yes, you are right.
Okay. What about you, Fran? What are the gun laws like in your country?
Well, it's similar to the other countries. You need a permission to have a gun. But in fact, I don't know a lot of people here who is really interested in having a gun. Only people who hunt.
Who hunt, yeah.
But I don't know any person here who has a gun as a hobby, like for example in the United States or something like that.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to watch a really short video. It's actually a debate about gun laws in America. It's a pretty hot issue in America. So there's a very recent debate that we're going to watch. It's just about 4 minutes. And then we're going to kind of pick a side from the debate, and we're going to debate the same issue. Okay? So I'll give you guys the link. So for those of you who are watching outside, you can just watch it on your own browser. For everybody else, I'll put it in YouTube, in the YouTube tab in the Hangout. So if you go over to the left, over there, and click YouTube, you'll be able to see it. And I'll put it in the other chat too. So it's in both chats and it's on the YouTube tab. So one way or another, you should be able to see this video, okay? Warning you that you might not understand everything fully because they get really heated and they're yelling for a minute and they're talking over each other. So don't worry if you don't understand everything. Just try to listen for the main two issues. What is each side arguing, okay? And then we'll talk about it and then we will debate it as well. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are ready. Let's go.
Here's why, Piers. If we could suddenly make all guns
Whew.
Wow.
That was intense, right? They're very, very passionate, that's for sure. Is everybody finished watching the video?
Yes, I
Yeah.
finished.
Okay. So what are the two sides of the debate? There's three guys sitting at one side of the table on one side of the debate. And then there's this other guy, Piers Morgan, going crazy with his side. He's all by himself. So what are the two sides of the argument here? I know that it might have been hard to understand at points because they're yelling. But were you able to get the main 2 points of the argument?
I think
Got it?
I think it's clear that some people argue that we should give lessons to civilians to carry or to bear weapons, rifles in civilian areas, while the others try to argue that it's not correct. And I think the instructor who is really strict to his idea and it's very strong that if you allow people, civilian people, to have rifles in civilian area, this will cause a lot of massacres, and we have experience with this. While one of his hosts or try to argue that we should control the people who carrying weapons, and we should control and limit. He said by adding more weapons or putting more guns in the streets. It's not. I think he make a very PowerPoint when he said that you have experiences. We have 18 or 16. He said 16 students killed in one of the schools, and he mentioned also a very good example about a small young student killed his mother, maybe accidentally. It's all rational, yeah, because rifles, fully automatic rifles, in 2 actions only, in 3 minutes, you can throw about 13 or 30 bullets at a time. It's very dangerous. It's meant to be in battlefield, not in civilian places or groups. So it's not allowed. I think should be prevent this episode.
Okay, thanks, Imad. So you got both of the points. I tried to kind of type them. There's many different ways you can word them, but one side of the debate was that we should give weapons to civilians for protection in schools, for example. So more guns will solve the problem. Like allowing people to have personal handguns will contribute to fixing the problem of gun-related deaths. And then the other side of the debate was that is completely ludicrous, and adding more guns to the gun problem couldn't possibly fix it. So the other side of the debate was that allowing civilians to have weapons for protection actually leads to more gun-related deaths rather than solving the problem. Those were kind of the two main sides of the argument. So this might be difficult for you, but even if you don't necessarily agree with one side of an argument, sometimes in order to kind of really practice your speaking and getting across an opinion, it's good to argue for the side that you don't believe in. So sometimes it's hard to take yourself personally away from your own opinion, but it can be good. So I think we kind of need to split into people, you know, kind of arguing one side or the other, and then we can get a real proper debate going. We don't have to yell at each other like they were doing, though. Let's try not to scream at each other, right? And if you're watching, there's actually a seat available in class, so you can come sit with us. I don't know if the Verbling chat is working right now. I'm having trouble with it, but so by a show of hands or saying me, how many people would argue more towards the side of Piers Morgan, who was saying that it's ludicrous and that, oh, there's no seat. Okay. Who would argue with the guy who is saying that more guns couldn't possibly solve this issue? So we've got Fran. So I'm calling this side 1. So Fran, who else?
I will.
Gabriel?
Yes.
Anybody else on Pierre's side? You think
Does it
that people
has
should
to,
not have personal handguns, basically?
does it have to be like classic type of guns, like to kill people, or like another type of things that you use protection, like
Yeah.
tear gas, or that the type of guns that you use
Weapons.
to sleep animals?
Yeah,
You know,
weapons
so
in general. So the debate is basically whether there should be more or less gun control. So on the side of saying that there should be more gun control and less personal weapons, so far we have Fran and Gabriel. Does anybody else want to argue on this side? More gun control, less personal weapons?
I think I will join them. Okay, I will join them.
Okay,
because,
Imad's hopping over to that side.
Yeah.
Okay, so is everybody else, everyone else is prepared to argue that we should have less gun control and personal weapons are okay? It doesn't necessarily need to be increased, the gun control?
Well, I'm neutral. I don't have a, I don't want to be with any side of this decision.
Okay, well, you can just kind of throw your opinion out there, okay?
Okay.
You don't have to pick a side, but this way we'll have like a little bit of structure. So, Firkin, are you raising your hand? No?
No.
Oh, I thought you wanted to say something. Servet, did you want to say something?
I say yes to guns.
Go guns, says Servet. Okay.
Just to debate.
So yeah, so to the topic is whether or not there is a need for more gun control. So on one side of the topic, we're saying that there should be more gun control and less personal weapons. And on the other side, we're saying there should be less gun control and that personal weapons are okay. So those are kind of the two sides. Oh, in all countries, because that makes it more interesting. So any country, your own country, whatever country. We're just going to try to come up with as many points as we can. Who wants to start?
Well, I like I said, I don't want to be in any side because I think there is a it should be there should be a third option, at least in this class, because it's theoretical. It's not we're not gonna shoot each other. So I think
of course not.
It should be a third option here.
But I think we don't need to take it this too serious. It's just an exercise, and it's good if we are a little bit against of what we think. It's just an opportunity to practice more our English. So that's what I think is okay.
It's just an exercise. We're not, you don't have to be a diehard gun fanatic or anything to participate. It's just to get you guys to kind of speak more and practice arguments and things like that. So no worries.
I can start the debate.
Who's that? Imad?
Yeah.
All right, we're ready. Bring it on.
Okay. People, we all know weapons is not a new thing. It's about it started from the 1800s, so it's familiar with people are more familiar with it, and weapons serve people in wars, and some of them were even shared in the World War II or maybe in new battles around the world. So weapons is really existed in our community, and you will see a lot of people carrying weapons. We are not talking about illegal people who have illegal weapons or using it the wrong way. We are talking about your right to get a weapon or to have a weapon under a license, and this is your right and it's your freedom. But if you use your weapon in the wrong way, this won't mean that that we should take your right, or the government have the right to take your weapons away from the people because you did something wrong. For example, you drive your car every day. If you make an accident, this won't mean that you should take the lessons from the people who is driving and take the cars away. It's an accident. It's not meant to be a kind of habit for people who have guns. Guns could be used for protection and could be used for robbery, for example. So if you have a gun, it's not that big deal. The best thing to do is not to prevent people having guns, but I think it's to control the licenses that we will make it more restricted, more limited for people who really deserve to have these weapons. For example, for people who's in far away or in wild or hard environments away from the civilian life, they will need weapons to protect themselves. If you are, for example, you are not allowed to have a weapon, but some people have it illegally. So how do you protect yourself? So the government have the charge to give you weapon and to give you lessons to protect yourself. It's her priority, it's duty. If they can protect yourself all the time, then you can have a gun. For example, if you have a threatened by, for example, by a gang, then you have something serious that will have reasonable to get a weapon. Then we can't change our mind about weapons in that fast. We should consider it that we have special cases and it's not general cases.
Ooh. All right. Thanks, Imad.
Good.
Very good. That was very persuasive. Okay. Furkan wanted to continue after that. Go for it, Furkan.
Yes. In my opinion, and many research show that, for example, if I want to compare United States and Japan, United States has at least not good word. United States has no strict laws against bearing a gun. It means you can buy a gun or carry a gun without any restriction. But in Japan, you have to wait at least 40 days, and you can buy a handgun, you can buy assault rifles, just shotguns, and you have to be mentally developed. You don't you mustn't have any criminal history. And because of all of these facts, in 2006 there was just 2 people killed with guns in 128 million people. But in the United States there was almost 800 people has been killed with guns. I think this research shows the importance of the laws very well. Even if you strict the guns, they would buy with some illegal ways. But the Japan's example is very good for this, and it is my source in the chat box.
All right. Wow, you've even got some research. Like you're prepared. All right. Very good. Okay. Who else wants to contribute?
Well, in fact, I've heard, Samantha, that there in Canada you've got a lot of guns also.
Where in Canada?
Here, I've heard that there in Canada you've got also a lot of guns. Is that true?
Yeah, not as much as the United States. Not as much as the United States, but definitely more than a lot of other countries.
And you don't have that problems that they have in the United States.
We do, but it's not as severe. No.
Well, I haven't heard about a guy killing a lot of people in a high school in Canada. I don't know.
I don't know exactly the history of how many like high school or school massacres there have been, but I know there have been a few. They just weren't as big or as widely publicized as the ones in the States. So the States are significantly worse, I would say, with guns. But Canada is still pretty bad compared to a lot of other countries. Canada is very heavily influenced by America. So Toronto versus Seattle in gun killings. What's this frickin'?
And anyway, my argument is that perhaps the problem is not laws and guns, but in society and fear, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
If you have seen that documentary from Michael
Moore?
Yes, Bowling for Columbine.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yes, I agree with the idea in that documentary about the fear in society, provoking in the end that kind of massacre.
Yeah, that's if you're interested in this topic, that's definitely a good documentary to watch. Okay, bye, Vadim. It was nice meeting you. Okay. Thanks, Fran.
Thank you.
Servet?
Yeah.
Anything?
What's the name of the documentary?
Oh, Bowling for Columbine.
Okay.
Maybe in the last 2 or 3 minutes of class, we'll watch the trailer for it so you guys can kind of get an idea of what it's about. It would definitely be a good follow-up to this class to watch it. Wrong source. Who was I asking? Oh, Servet, did you want to add anything to the debate?
Yep. I think if we want to create a utopia, probably one of our wishes would be no war, no guns. But in reality, we are not living in utopia. So you cannot basically you can say no guns and everything is okay, because you cannot be sure somebody else will use another thing as a gun and will hurt you. We need guns to protect ourselves or innocent people from criminals. So it's impossible to get rid of guns, and also you cannot. It's not about just produce guns. Everybody can use different things as a guns to hurt people. You can use a rope. You can use a knife that you use at home to peel your potato. Everything.
You could use your potato peeling knife, yes.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's
yeah,
basically you cannot get rid of guns, but we can provide different type of guns to protect ourselves because like tear gas, or
so other types of weapons, but not guns.
Other type of weapons that you cannot use to kill people, but at the same time it will help you to protect yourself. For example, usually women carry like tear gas in their purses, and no, you don't carry?
Oh, pepper spray.
Yeah, pepper spray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tear gas is a bit more serious than pepper spray. But pepper spray, I have pepper spray.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, same idea.
But I know karate, remember? I don't need pepper spray. Yeah, pepper spray. So you just spray it in someone's eyes and then they're like, oh, I'm blind.
Yeah, this type of things I think is useful. We should be able to use this type of thing to protect us, especially if you're alone, you don't care. Actually, I don't care. If something happens, I can accept or I can turn my back and I can run. But if you have like children or wife, you have family that you have to protect, and you don't know karate. If you don't know karate, probably you may need this type of thing. And these are very natural wishes, because you cannot rely on police. Sometimes you see even police are afraid of doing something against some criminals. I saw them in my real life. So, and police cannot see every crime. And after something happened to your family, even a judge sentenced that people to maybe 100 years. it won't change anything.
Mm-hmm.
It won't bring your family back.
Mm-hmm.
So little things, maybe not normal guns, but little things that protects you, I think they
Yeah.
are reasonable.
Like pocket knives,
Not
Nice. Stop that.
nunchucks. I'm just kidding.
For example,
I know what you mean, Servet.
Yeah, scientists are using to treat like wild animals. They are using certain gloves to sleep animals. I think
what are they called? Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. I can't think of the word. I'll tell you when I think of it. I know what you're talking about.
I think this type of things are maybe very useful. I think you don't have to give normal guns.
I'm Googling to find out what that word is. Tranquilizer. There we go.
Tranquilizer.
Tranquilizing guns. That's a type of gun that just puts you to sleep.
Yeah.
And yeah, they do that with animals.
And the police is using like to give electricity, little things.
A taser.
Taser, yeah.
That's where they like put it to your neck and it's like bzzz, and you fall down. Yeah. Taser. So there's different types of weapons besides guns that aren't as fatal, for sure.
If you increase normal guns, again you won't feel safe, because if everybody has a gun, how can you protect yourself? If of course if I'm the only person who has a gun, of course I will have something that I can use. I can protect myself. But if everybody has a gun, it will be like Red Kid cartoons, you know, Dalton's Red Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody will shoot something. It won't bring protection.
Yeah. For
I
sure.
think I will change my argument.
Okay, Imad is feels like he's got to change his strategy. Okay, Imad.
Should I go?
Maybe before you go, we haven't heard from a few people. So
Yeah.
Gabriel, did you want to add to the debate?
Yes. Well, I would like to bring out something Adriana wrote in the chat box. She wrote, "People must be responsible with a gun in their hands. There are many people insane." I think this is actually true.
Yeah.
I think that maybe the solution is not no more guns. I think it's more a problem of responsibility, because you know that, for example, in Canada they have these guns, but they don't have such as a big problem, because I think maybe they are more responsible with the use of the guns.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. It's more about persuade the people that a gun is dangerous, and that if they have a gun, they should be really careful with that. That's what I think, because we can protect ourselves, for example, from some people who is a serial killer, for example. We need to protect from those situations. That's what I think. It's a question of responsibility.
Yeah,
And
definitely. Were you on the debate team? No, I wasn't. Do I seem like I was? Adriana agrees with you, Gabriel. I think it's nice that you could kind of voice Adriana's point, because she can't speak right now. So
yes.
Yeah, it's good. Definitely, it's about responsibility. I just typed into the chat. Also, something else to consider is guns and children. There's been a lot of cases, of course, particularly in the United States, where people with personal weapons have left the weapons out in the open on the table or something, and then their children think that it's a toy. And a lot of kids have shot themselves and other people and things like that, not realizing that it's not a toy. So that comes with the responsibility. I mean, if you're an adult and you have a gun, don't leave it on the table if you have children, right? Like, so there's that type of responsibility for sure. I choose you, Pikachu. Thank you for it. Ghassan?
Yes.
We haven't heard from you yet.
Yeah, I thought, normally the teacher, called the name. So I think I think some guns should be forbidden for sure. Some guns should be available for people under, under some kind of law. And this is in general, of course, but in particular about America, but US, I think the problem in America, I have been watching Piers Morgan for last months doing this, debate, so I know enough about the issue. I think in America the problem is not having gun or don't having gun, but it's about the attitude of the people. In America, people think if you have problem with someone, you have the right to shoot him, or if someone tried to hurt you, you have the right to shoot him. But in the rest of the world, when someone attack you by a fist, you normally respond with a fist. That's the common thing. In America, if someone attack you with a fist, you have the right to kill him. That's the law. And even I remember the case in Florida, some guy killed a young boy, young man, just because he thought this guy maybe attack him, and actually they didn't put him in jail until it becomes something about race. Then so it's a problem in America because that's the attitude. Of course, like I said, big guns are not, should be in general forbidden. Some guns should be under the law, available under the law. But for the last time, and I don't want to speak too much, but I want to say in America the problem is attitude of people. They think they have the right to kill someone if trespass or something. Here, for example, we don't have that right. You have the right to defend yourself, but not by guns. If someone shoots you, you have the right to shoot him. But if someone come and trespass your property, you don't have the right to shoot him. You have the right to capture him, or you fright him, scare him, but not shoot him. That's not the case in US.
Okay. Thanks, Hassan. Mohammed?
Yes.
Would you like to contribute? Furkan has a point that nobody's arguing for guns, so maybe I will support guns in a minute once everybody else has spoken. Okay, Mohammed?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay,
my name is.
Sorry, go ahead.
My name is Mohammed from Yemen, and we use all people in Yemen is using weapons, and children and children, men. It's available. Everyone can take. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't hear the entire part of what you said. Can you just repeat the last thing you said?
Weapons in our country, everyone can carry weapons. Everyone in our country. It's advised from government.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mohammed.
Thank
Vinit? How do you say your name?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
how would you contribute to the argument about gun control? Do you think that there should be more gun control and less guns, or less gun control and more personal weapons?
Yeah, I think there should be, like, if people want to keep guns to feel safe about themselves. They should be provided with guns, but there should be a strong control over the bullets. I mean, I think there is a whole logistics of that, and if we control the how the bullets are supplied and how they are given to the people, I think at the same time people will save that they have guns with them and they can scare people just by showing it off. But if we have the good logistics about how we supply the bullets and what kind of credibility a person has to acquire to buy bullets, I think that will help a lot. I think that can be at least the first approach to solving this problem, because you cannot just solve it like just banning the guns. You cannot do that, like especially in US. but I think there should be a proper understanding of the whole subject, how the things are going on, how the bullets, the markets of bullets are changing the things, and I think they should be out the more economical perspective of that.
Okay, so start with the bullets. I think that's an interesting point. Worry about controlling the sales of bullets rather than trying to get everybody to hand in their guns, because that's probably not going to happen very easily, right? Okay, interesting. Abu, are you there? Abu Altel?
Yes.
Would you like to contribute to the argument, either side of the argument?
Actually, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't start with you from the beginning, but I can.
It's okay.
Say something about this issue.
Sure.
First of all, my name is Tilad. I am from Syria. Now I'm living in UAE. In Syria, we don't have the situation like in USA. It's not allowed to take weapons. I'm talking about 2 years ago. Before 2 years ago, the period before 2 years ago. Of course, I don't know if you know that the situation now in Syria. Most of people now having weapons because there is war now. I don't want to talk about it now. Regarding carrying weapons, I am agree with the point that I don't know who said it, that people mustn't carry weapons, because if anyone carry weapon under the title that I want to protect myself, then if all people carry weapons, so who will protect each other from each other? This is the point. Regarding children, I always says that children mustn't have the toy of gun. Children must spending their times their playing time with toys that will be beneficial for them. Guns will not learn them anything, will not teach them anything. They will, except the bad things, how to kill each other, how to have a fight, for example. That's not beneficial for children. Children from the young age till they become teenagers, for example, mustn't have at all guns, toys, or games like that.
So no fake guns, like toy guns or anything like that for kids, you mean? Like water guns, things like that?
Maybe water, maybe no problem with water, because it will make them make funny, and it's not hurt anyone.
Yeah.
And it will make them laugh and have fun. That's good for children. But there are kinds of toys, guns which have small bullets.
Yeah, BB guns. BB guns.
Yes, I don't know what it's called in English. It's famous actually in Middle East, in Syria. Exactly. It's famous that children have had last about 5 years ago a toy which is a gun. It hurt exactly because it torn the clothes, and if it goes to the face or to the hand or to the body, it hurts the body actually. So this is not
Abu, those are, I think they're like BB guns, right? So they have actual bullets, but they're not the same as real bullets and guns. So they can still do damage, but they're not as bad as real guns. And a lot of kids have them as toys, and they'll like shoot birds and things like that. Not good, but pretty dangerous.
But actually, it's damage. It's damage finally. It damage each other. Kids damage themselves when they're using it, and also for their culture, for their minds. They are maybe building their mind with learning fight rather than learning tricks, games, for example, or games which teaches them mathematics, teaching them reading, teaching them how to think deeply, how to think in of the squares of many things. There are many beneficial toys rather than guns. It's not beneficial at all.
Okay. Okay. Imad, did you want to? Thanks, Abu. That was helpful. Thanks.
Yeah.
Imad, you said you wanted to revise your argument. So how?
Yeah. Well, what is the reason behind giving someone a fully automatic weapons or a very important long-range tactical weapons? For example, if a civilian have a sniper that have a range, for example, 1 kilometer, where is the reason behind? Where is the protection? Where is the self-protection behind this weapon? Or for example, fully automatic weapons like, let's say AK-47, which is very simple and very cheap, and it's very dangerous. If it won't take that much, if someone angry, for example, you should only pull the trigger and see what will happen. It will be a massacre. It's not allowed. It's not good. We shouldn't allow this weapons as this very fast, very tactical weapons, and also the ammunition. The ammunition we should make very good, strict on it. Shoot guns and regular pistols and regular weapons is not that dangerous as this weapons is. It's not allowed for civilian people to have this very professional weapons. It's only for battlefields, not so. If someone, for example, had AK-47 and improved it, so he will be able. What is the purpose of having this weapon in his house? The only thing that comes to my head that he wants to invade something. He wants to invade the next city. So
Imad, what about a handgun? What if I said, I don't feel safe. I feel like walking alone at night. I'm in danger sometimes in Toronto or other places because I'm a girl and I'm alone and it's 2 in the morning. And I want to have a gun in my purse to protect myself. A handgun. I don't need like a crazy, you know, rifle like slung over my shoulder, right? I just want a handgun for myself in my purse. And I think that's acceptable. How would you argue against that?
Yeah, if you want to have a handgun to protect yourself, self-protection, it's your right. Because in some cases you will defend yourself. If you have the right and you are able and you have qualified enough to use this weapon, then you can, and you are aware of the dangers of this weapon, then you have a license and it's your right. But it's not that dangerous if you compare it with someone going, for example, and entering the mall to buy something from the mall. It happened in the U.S. and with the fully automatic weapons completely loaded on his shoulder. He's a civilian. Who allowed him to enter in this shape? It will be like a terror for other people. It will be very bad. And if it happened, maybe it would encourage, like we said a few minutes ago, it will encourage children to play with this gun. And maybe if you are not that responsible, maybe your son, maybe your children will make something wrong that will turn bad on your family. If he commit a murder because you didn't take responsibility to keep this weapon away from him, then it's your responsibility, not your children. And in this case, we should consider a lot of bans. So no tactical weapons, no full automatic weapons. The only thing is allowed is self-protection weapons, which is very simple, and we should be aware that these people know how to use it, because it's dangerous for the user also.
Okay, thanks, Imad. Well, we're just about out of time, and to answer Lendit, no, I actually don't agree with having guns at all, actually. I was just saying that for the purpose of the debate. But no, I don't. Does anybody have any final remarks they want to say in the last minute?
Well, I would like to say something. I've heard so many times that people have guns to protect themselves, but I think that is the responsibility of society to protect people. It's not an individual responsibility. It should be that's all.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I would agree. Okay, sorry guys, I have to cut it short. I wish we could talk all day, but we can't. So if you want to, you can like my page on Facebook for updates, and you can follow me on Verbling. My Facebook, I tried to type it in the chat, but it's not working. It's just facebook.com/Samantha.Verbling. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
Okay, Samantha. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.